YouTube, what goes on? And welcome back to Disavowed Action Figures with our first top 10 action figure countdown of 2024. That's right, tonight we're talking about the ladies' Marvel Legends female action figures 2024 top 10 countdown list for the year. I've always kind of kept the two together in the same countdown. Marvel Legends smashed this year overall, but the female figures were absolutely out of this world. So I want to give the ladies their flowers, give them their own top 10 countdown of the year. The only rule is I need to have purchased the figure. That's it. I'm only putting figures in this countdown that I bought my own hard-earned working money, but it was a great year for Marvel Legends. Stay tuned for more top 10 figure lists coming up for 2024 in the coming week, like top 10 overall Marvel Legends, top 10 male Marvel Legends, top 10 deluxe Marvel Legends, all sorts of lists coming up in the next week. But before you do that, if you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is free for you, it does not cost you anything, and helps us grow the channel tremendously in the march to 7,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell for notifications. That way YouTube should notify and tell you when we post new content here to the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and for daily toy content and daily toy plays, try checking us out over at Instagram at Disavowed_12. Also, let me know down below, what are your favorite female Marvel Legends of 2024? Let's look at some action figures. And coming in at number 10 overall for our 2024 Marvel Legends female action figure countdown is the XMan Rogue from the Destiny and Rogue Amazon exclusive 2-pack. Yeah, this 2-pack, I don't know, man. If you look at that box, it looks really empty. There's not a lot in there. I really wanted that Destiny. I think we were supposed to get a Mystique with it originally. Instead, Rogue got slotted in there. So positives, I guess this is close to the Secret Wars look that Rogue had in that comic. Negatives, I'm not a huge fan of not having a lot of the torso articulation with this thing. There's really not a whole lot you can do up in here, I guess because of this overlay piece, whatever you want to call it, with that jacket over the top. Head sculpt is fine. Again, looks comic accurate. You got the white stripe going on right there. Overall, it is pinless. It's double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. All the things we typically wanted in female action figures for a long time in the Marvel Legends line that we eventually did get. However, for me, it's just not anything I really needed for my collection, which is probably why it fell down as low as number 10. But it did make the list. So number 10 overall, 2024 Marvel Legends female characters is the Rogue from that Destiny Amazon exclusive 2-pack. And coming in just slightly ahead of Rogue at number 9 for our Marvel Legends 2024 female action figure top 10 countdown is the aforementioned Destiny. Really wanted Destiny in my collection. That's why I bought this 2-pack. So again, Destiny, much needed for that X-Men Brotherhood of Evil Mutant shelf. Loving that gold mask on her head right there. The weird kind of egg-shaped helmet going on. We have the blue outfit, very iconic right here. If you read in the Jonathan Hickman X-Men Krakoa comic books, she was central and pivotal to that storyline near the end for recent comic book runs. However, again, I feel like there could have been more with this. Maybe an unmasked look would have been nice. I know you don't get that a whole lot in the comics, but it has been done before, I'm pretty sure. I just don't know. There seems to be something missing with this. And again, I know we should be used to it by now, Marvel Legends fans, but those plastic capes just aren't that great. Again, slowly, kudos to Marvel Legends team. We've been getting those soft good capes. We got the Doctor Doom, we got the Odin. So slowly but surely, they are rolling out those cloth good capes. And yeah, you can go out, you can buy one on the aftermarket if you want to. But it'd be really great if we did get them obviously standard on figures, which with what Farland Toys is doing right now, with how many cloth good capes they've been getting on their figures, it definitely has fans wondering, will Marvel Legends make that pivot away from the plastic capes? But overall, again, it's a character we much needed on our X-Men shelves. I'm glad that we got it. Wish it would have been maybe a single release, so could have gotten it cheaper. Not needed to pick up that Rogue, but Amazon got it down to 41 bucks. I grabbed it at that price, and you can make fun of me later when it's at Ollie's for 25 bucks. So number 9 overall for 2024 Marvel Legends female action figures is the Destiny from the Destiny and Rogue Amazon exclusive 2-pack. Coming in at number 8 for our top 10 countdown list of 2024 of female Marvel Legends action figures is the Lilandra from that Wolverine Brood 50-year anniversary 2-pack. This is one of the last purchases I made of 2024. In fact, I wasn't even to purchase the GFA Tizzle. Didn't get this for me as an Xmas gift. Thank you, honey. So happy to have this on my X-Men shelf, much like Destiny. However, I have to say, these freaking plastic capes becoming a theme. Getting her off the shelf, I almost knocked something over. And then putting her on the base, the cape flares out so far, it actually caught the back of the Christmas tree and knocked over some of the things on my display. So again, plastic capes need to go in 2025. It's got to happen eventually. Phase these suckers out. Other than that, this is a really great action figure. Years ago, we did get that alternate head sculpt along with the Mystique Walgreens exclusive of Lilandra. People kind of kit-bashed their own version using a silver Sable figure back at that time. But here we do get Lilandra. Also very cool that in the same year we did get the Professor Xavier Warlord figure from Walmart, which is like $6 and change right now if you still want to grab it over in the Walmart app. Being that they both did share screen time together, essentially in X-Men 97. So don't know if that was planned or not, but it worked out nicely to have both of these characters on your X-Men SheHulk shelf. So number 8 overall, Lilandra from the Wolverine 50 Years Wolverine Brood 2-pack. And coming in at number 7 on our list is the Marvel Legends XFactor Wolfsbane figure. I was much higher on this figure earlier in the year when I managed to get a little bit early from CMD's store. I do enjoy this figure a lot. This is a much needed character on our shelves to try to basically fill up the rest of our XFactor team from the 90s. Then I got it in hand and realized, like a lot of people said, it's very orange. It's very orange in the legs and the arms. The sculpt is actually really, really good. I like what they did here with the hair tufts coming off the forearms and the back of the calf muscles. Everything else looks good on this. They are definitely reusing, or at least making it look very much like the Polaris upper body torso we had with this thing, which really does the nice job of basically closing the gap in that team, which was made over the last, 10 years or so. So it's nice having this on the shelf to fill up that team. Also, the possibility of using this as a buck to make Feral, to basically fill out our X-Force roster, would also be nice. So hopefully we do get that Feral in 2025. Has not been announced yet, but using this buck would be a step in the right direction. The last time they gave us something like this, again, I mentioned it earlier, there was an alternate head version of this where they put Ron's head in with the Danny Moonstar Walgreens exclusive body, but the costume or the outfit rather did not match up with the rest of the team. So this is much closer to basically following that motif of that X-Factor team from the 90s. So I'm happy to have it. Great addition to the collection. Could have been a bit more brown, yeah, but you know what? Works for me. It's in the back of the shelf with the X-Factor team. So number 7 overall, X-Factor Wolfsbane. And coming in at number 6 overall in our top 10 Marvel Legends female figures of 2024 is the Gan Gray Phoenix from the Phoenix Force Deluxe 2-pack. I am not including the base, the Phoenix base, with this. This is just on the figure's merit itself. If I included the base, it'd push it a little further up in the top 10. This is an awesome action figure of Gan Gray. 2 really, really good head sculpts. This is the more powered up one. The other one has great eyes on. It looks really great. Great paint job on that thing. Overall, this is everything you'd want out of a Phoenix figure. Double-jointed pinless knees, double-jointed pinless elbows. We get the great Black Widow Target exclusive shoulders going on right here with those butterfly joints. This is a great action figure overall. It looks fantastic. The Phoenix symbol looks really good on the chest. Overall, using the buck that's more articulated looks a lot better with this, especially when it's on the base. And just kind of commenting on the base really quickly, putting light behind it really makes that base pop and look really nice on your shelf. I talked more about this and the base over in my Is This a Top 10 of 2024 Part 3 video. I can link that down below if you want to hear more thoughts on this particular action figure. But again, wasn't quite sure I wanted to have this thing. I never had a Phoenix version of Jean other than Dark Phoenix in my collections. Getting her in the more good version Phoenix outfit here to put on the shelf looks fantastic on my Galactic shelf. So coming in again at number 6 is the Gan Gray Phoenix from the Phoenix Deluxe 2-pack. And number 5 on our list for 2024 is the very hard to find Target exclusive Warbird, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. Call her what you want. This is a great action figure. Super, super hard to find. I had to drive relatively far to find this for a pickup at a Target. A little further in Pennsylvania than I'd like to have driven. Found it one other random time in my travels, but it's an awesome action figure. The big bash on this is that it's undersized. I guess if you look at the source material, it could be the case. But again, fantastic buck with this thing. As I mentioned earlier on with the previous figure, Gan Gray Phoenix, it's on that great Black Widow Target exclusive style buck with those butterfly joint shoulders that are just awesome. Double jointed everything on this thing. It just really encapsulates a great look for Carol Danvers that we have not seen in a very, very long time. I never had the original. I believe it was from a Toys R Us 3-pack exclusive, possibly. Let me know in the comments below if I'm correct on that one or not. But it comes with an alternate head. Not that different of an alternate head, but different enough with a different mask style on it to make this really work on your shelf. I was a huge Brian Michael Bendis New Avengers fan from back in the aughts. So having this in my collection along with the rest of that Avengers team was key for me. So I was happy to take a drive. I'm happy to have it in my collection. So here she is, Carol Danvers, Warbird at number 5 for our 2024 countdown list. And coming in at number 4 for our top 10 of 2024 Marvel Legends countdown list is our Sharon Carter action figure. This is a great rendition of that character for our S.H.I.E.L.D. shelf. It came in that S.H.I.E.L.D. 3-pack, and don't worry, we'll talk a lot more about that in future top 10 videos of 2024 here on Disavowed Action Figures. But this was a much-needed update, much like the characters we talked about earlier on this list. Haven't had one quite a long time. The one I had would barely even stand. It looks nothing like this. This is so accurate to the source material. 2 head sculpts. I went the more tactical one right here. The other one with the hair down also looks fantastic. Costume looks good on this action figure. Even has like the tactical black shoes going on right there. All sorts of guns and gun effects came with this figure as well. It is just a standout action figure on your S.H.I.E.L.D. shelf. Much needed to get Sharon Carter in the collection with this updated buck. And we can't stress it enough, folks. Remember, we're now living in the Marvel Legends era where we're actually getting double jointed and pinless knees and elbows for our female Marvel Legends, which we waited for so long. So any different criticisms I may have, I try to remind myself that we really are moving the ball down the field with this action figure line. So number 4 on our top 10 overall Marvel Legends female action figure list of 2024 is the S.H.I.E.L.D. 3-pack Sharon Carter. And coming in at number 3 for our top 10 female Marvel Legends countdown of 2024 is Power Princess of the Squadron Supreme. This came to us via the Void Build-A-Figure Series wave. This was not in big box stores like Walmart or Target. This is one of the first waves that they basically only put out to more or less fan channel and websites. Super hard to find. Even harder to find in my estimation than that Target exclusive Warbird earlier on our countdown list. This is probably the best ever Wonder Woman action figure ever made. You look at this thing and it just screams Wonder Woman. She's an Amazonian looking figure right here from the Squadron Supreme. Look her up in the comics. A very interesting comic book run that she belonged to. But again, super hard to find. I only ever found this actually at an FYE at that higher price. I did a BOGO, so I saved a couple of bucks, thankfully. I didn't have to completely sell the house to get her. But it's just an amazing action figure. It's one of the bigger female bucks we've had, which we'll talk more about later on in this list. But the sword, the shield, the boots, everything about this, the head sculpt looks fantastic. Again, if you're going to have a larger size female Marvel Legend, just badass looking chick on your shelf, she's the one you're going to have. I'm going to make a prediction they will re-release this in the future down the road in some capacity because, again, it was so hard to find. I'm sure they acknowledge that fact, but must have on your shelf, especially if you built the rest of the Squadron Supreme team. Also, as a toy hunting tip, if you want to do that, check out either an Ollie's or check out Amazon because right now the other 2-packs to build this team are available at a very cheap price. She's the one that's harder to find. So coming in at number 3 overall, Marvel Legends Power Princess. And number 2 for our top 10 Marvel Legends of 2024 female action figure top 10 list is Secret Wars Titania. So this wave just barely squeaked itself out before the end of 2024. I actually ordered Titania a little bit earlier when she was available at the CMD store. Love that website. They don't sponsor my page. They probably should. This is an awesome action figure of Titania from the Secret Wars. Much needed in that line from that comic book series. Again, very hard to find in stores. I've only seen a couple of these in stores, and I had to use the DPCI number and ask an associate to bring them out. Did get a little bit earlier, paid a little bit extra for it. Well worth it. This being a very large female Marvel Legends action figure buck. They just did a lot with this thing. It's just menacing on your shelf. The spikes on the boots, also up on the arms, came out looking really good. Just an imposing female figure on your shelf. Head sculpt came out looking really good. Also has that kind of lenticular shield. I'm not going to bother throwing that in here. You know, could we have gotten, again, an unmasked head sculpt? Yes, we probably could have. The hair looks really good on this thing, but the one negative side to it is it does really affect your articulation in the head and the neck. You can't really move it around too much because that hair taking up so much space. But again, with the aesthetic that it provides, it was much worth that sacrifice. Also, they kind of mixed it up a little bit. You'll notice that the cut here in the thighs is where it usually is. They slid that down just above the boots of the top right there. That's fine. It doesn't affect my ability to move it around or articulate it at all. So this is going to look really great on my shelf moving forward. And it couples up really well with our number 1 figure coming up next. But here at number 2, giving her flowers, is the Secret Wars Marvel Legends Titania action figure. And coming in at number 1 for our top 10 Marvel Legends female action figure countdown list of 2024 is the Iron Man retro carded SheHulk, Jennifer Walters. This is the SheHulk that we all wanted. I've had other SheHulks. They looked fine. Didn't even know if I wanted this originally because I had the other SheHulks. Then I saw this in the store and I had to pick it up. Got super lucky at Walmart originally, getting this thing for like $16 on a random sale or a clearance. Then this thing showed up at Ollie's bargain stores for $12.99. I found it a couple of times. I bought one more to throw on the wall later on. If you found this for $12.99, you played the long game, you hit the jackpot. Easily the best female Marvel Legend of 2024. Maybe one of the best ones for the past several years. The hair on this thing just looks so awesome. The smile on the face just makes your shelf look that much happier. The size of the buck is fantastic. I've heard people doing customization on this, making it a Fantastic Four figure, which is a great idea. We'll probably actually get that down the road as well because Hasbro knows it's a great idea. The one downside to this that a lot of people have mentioned is that if you actually look at the knee joints and the elbow joints, the greens don't exactly sync up to the green of the actual figure itself. That's fine. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. This is an awesome looking action figure, and I just can't stress enough how great this looks with Titania and even Power Princess. So really our three biggest, baddest female Marvel Legends, female bucks in a long time. Closing these out here at number 3, number 2, and number 1. But SheHulk easily fit in the bill for number 1 female Marvel Legend action figure of 2024. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. As mentioned earlier, great year for Marvel Legends, especially the female figures. They were fantastic. Also, a little bit of an edit here, a little bit of a note. I put it in the caption that SheHulk from the Iron Man Retro Wave did not show up at Ollie's. It was Ross, but I might be seeing the future. Don't be shocked if you still see it at Ollie's in 2025. So again, let me know down below in the comments, what are your favorite female Marvel Legends of 2024? Either reorder my list, give me your list, whatever you want to do. Let me know whatever your top Marvel Legends of the year are. And again, keep your eyes open for more top 10 countdown lists coming up here for action figures from 2024. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is free for you, does not cost you anything, and it helps us grow the channel tremendously in the march to 7,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell for notifications, because that way YouTube should notify you and tell you when we post new content here to the channel, like our weekly toy answer reviews and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out over at Instagram at Disavowed_12. Hey everybody, if you're going toy hunting this week, please try to remember the 3 P's of the toy hunt: patience, persistence, most of all, politeness. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.